This story comes to us from theguardian.com. Now, this is one I wanted to do a couple days ago, but it's just been so busy. It's been crazy because I was actually at the office working Wednesday and Thursday, so I didn't have a chance to really get to this one until today. But this is one that everybody's been asking for, so I'm going to go through it, and it's out of Tucson. Now, someone had mentioned that the guy with the knife that got tased and fell on the knife, someone had told me that was Tucson, not Glendale. No, that was Glendale that happened in. The wheelchair shooting is Tucson. An Arizona police officer has been fired amid outrage over the killing of a suspected shoplifter who was in a motorized wheelchair and moving slowly away from officers when he was shot in the back multiple times because he wouldn't listen to him, man. Obey or die. Surveillance videos released by the police department showed Officer Ryan Remington, well, he lived up to his name, didn't he, of the Tucson Police Department slowly walking behind 61-year-old Richard Lee Richards through a parking lot outside Walmart. Now, Richards had been accused of stealing a toolbox from Walmart, and an employee contacted Remington, who was working a special duty assignment at the store. Richards brandished a knife at the employee at one point, the police said. Now, Remington can be heard yelling at Richards in police body cam footage, which I'll look for, as he approached the entrance of a Lowe's home improvement, yelling, "Don't go into the store, sir."
Heidi, it's been a couple hours since we heard from Tucson Police Chief Chris Magnus here at TPD headquarters. He revealed several new details about last night's officer-involved shooting that killed one man. Now, we now know that man is 61-year-old Richard Lee Richards. He was confronted by a 4-year Tucson police officer, Ryan Remington, after he was suspected of stealing a toolbox from Walmart. When Officer Remington asked Richards for a receipt, he pulled out a knife and said the officer would have to shoot him for him to drop it.
He's been fired. Is he going to be charged? That's the real question. Is he going to be charged? The Pima County Attorney's Office is reviewing the shooting for possible criminal charges against Remington. Possible. From what I understand, it should just be charged. Oh, you can't just charge a cop. You have to make sure, because a cop could be, it was justified, not seen it.
Richards, who was in a motorized wheelchair, then proceeded into the garden section of Lowe's next door. The officer told him to stop, and when he didn't, the officer shot at Richard 9 times, striking him in the back and side. The officers render aid, but ultimately Richards died shortly after. A portion of the incident was captured by security cameras and provided to us by Tucson police. We've decided not to share it because the visuals could be considered graphic and disturbing.
There's more to it that I didn't go through. I'll put the link to it in the description box below. But it's weird how Glendale police has a guy with a knife standing right in front of him. Big ass knife. I mean, one of those knives that you cut a leg off a cow or something, right? A big old butcher knife. And they tase him. The guy lived. Even though he fell on the knife, he lived. But here's a guy in a wheelchair with a knife, and they shoot him in the back 9 times. So I guess Tucson should ask for Glendale police to send that one cop over who tased the guy and give them a class on grabbing your tatas, your family jewels, pulling them up, and telling the guy with a knife, "I will tase you," instead of just shooting him in the back 9 times.
I am deeply disturbed and troubled by Officer Remington's actions. His use of deadly force in this incident is a clear violation of department policy and directly contradicts multiple aspects of our use of force and training.
As we indicated before, Officer Ryan Remington is in the process of being fired by Tucson Police Department. This incident is currently being reviewed by the Pima County Attorney's Office. Tucson Police say they will provide more details as they become available. Live from downtown, Megan Meyer, KGNN on your side.
And Arizona has not had a very good reputation as Texas has not. You have Dallas, Houston, Austin. Now here in Arizona, you have Mesa, Phoenix, Tucson. Even Glendale has had its issues, but I will give the cop in Glendale credit that the guy lived, with the guy with the knife lived. Tucson, however, you pull out a knife, you're going to have 6 men carrying you home.